Our story begins with Colonel G.R.I.M of Marblehead, Massachusetts. He was a fervent patriot and supporter of the revolutionary cause. He and his brother Joshua served together on the committees of correspondence, formed to call to the world's attention the grievances of the colonists. The colonel, a title he received in the local militia, was elected to the First Continental Congress, but declined the post, as most believe because of his lack of education. In 1775, Colonel Orne joined fellow Marbleheaders Jeremiah Lee, a wealthy merchant, and Elbridge Gerry, later to be Vice President of the United States under James Madison, at Weatherby's Black Horse Tavern on the road between Cambridge and Lexington. There, the townsmen joined Sam Adams and John Hancock as fellow members of the important Province Committee of Safety and Supplies. They were roused from their beds on the 19th of April as the British marched toward Concord. The Patriots hid in the cornfield behind the tavern while the British searched the tavern for members of the rebel Congress. G.R.I.M Orne had 3 children, all continued the Orne Patriotic Service. His eldest son, G.R. Jr., died at age 33 after losing a duel with another man, but not before his wife gave birth to his son Henry in 1789.
This is where our investigation begins. The Honorable Henry Orne, graduate of Philip Andover Academy at Dartmouth College, was an influential attorney. He edited American Statesman with Nathaniel Greene. He was secretary of the commission which settled the boundary dispute between the United States and Canada, which was the basis for the Treaty of Ghent. He left Marblehead, however, and moved to Maine. He was given a plot of land by his wife's uncle, General John Parker Boyd. His impact on his new hometown was so great that the town was renamed to Orneville. His sprawling 22,000-acre estate was the site of many lavish parties, as the judge loved to entertain. He brought with him a large number of slaves to work his land and maintain his estate. Many of these workers lost their lives to pneumonia and disease due to the cold Maine winters. These unfortunate souls were buried in unmarked graves on the property. Witnesses claim to see full-body apparitions, sounds of talking and moaning, and also chains rattling from the unfortunate victims of the times that they lived. Join Grim Paranormal tonight as we investigate the secrets of the Orne Mansion in Orneville, Maine. Today, we are joined by Michael, a clairvoyant with no prior knowledge of the location or the stories here.
My microphone's dead on the camera. I don't know why, but that's recording on my phone.
Is that a full battery when you started?
Yeah, it's got
All full batteries.
already.
Yeah, so we got full batteries
I don't know why
at
the
the
mic's
start.
not working, but it's not.
Because, dear, you're dealing with ghosts.
Might be a dead baby.
This could probably go all the way into the darkness of what we're going to come up here with the woods, I'm guessing. I don't know what it's going to come into. It feels like it's all just woods that have taken over an area that wasn't like this. It obviously wasn't wooded extreme time ago. But there's a lot of chatter. There's a lot of just does anybody know what's way down, what's past here? Do we have any idea? I mean, do you have a layout of this land at all? Nothing. This is just big. We're gonna walk, and we're gonna keep having the same.
Those two ladies are the only ones that know.
She had some information.
What exactly are you asking for?
Are we looking for a destination? Are we going to get to some place that is a spot where this activity originates from?
I believe so, yes.
Okay. So we're not even close to it right now. We're on the verge of whatever's happening here. There was a Native American presence, and there's also there's a presence of foreigners. People that don't belong here were put here. And I can't tell you any ethnicity or anything. There are people here that shouldn't be here. All right? My eye is fogged in my right. I'm having trouble with that right now, and I have a lump in my throat. So I have no idea what that means. But there's a very significance to this. There was some sort of battle that ensued. There was something that happened. I don't know any more than that right now. I don't know what we're going to find down towards the end of this, but I have a feeling that it's a journey from here. We're not on the exact spot. So I don't know how far we want to go with just us
Keep
four.
Keep walking. He wants you to do what you got to do. And is this working even though it's not on the
Yeah, I
screen?
just went to sleep.
There was something that asked us to come here. This wind is not, it's not a normal, okay, we're having a windy day, we're having a pull. This was open at one time. I guess most lands in Maine were pretty well open 100 years ago, you know. But really clear in here. Smell the difference?
What are we smelling?
Smell the difference.
Can you describe the difference?
There's very clarity. There's much clarity in this where we are now. We went from something that was congested back up this way to something that opened. Notice the wind? I know we're farther into the woods, but notice the wind? It's dropped off. You can hear it in the distance. I know we're deeper in the woods, but like the aura, it's changed right in here. There's something around this corner that two-story building over there. Right on that fucking foundation.
Thank you.
I'll drop.
Is there anything you're seeing in your mind's eye?
There was a lot of that's what I'm looking for. There's a lot of trauma, maybe. It's a lack of a better phrase. There might even been some battles. Something happened here that has to do with the natives and people that were here. But people that were here weren't supposed to be here.
Can you describe what that feels like by not supposed to be here?
I feel like people that were here, transient's not the word, but like they weren't supposed to be here. They were brought here, they were kept here, or they were transferred here. But something happened with the natives that were here, with the people that were here, or the people that were kept here. And people were kept here. That's the difference, is people were kept here. See, I missed the opening by one, but I knew there was something coming, and I thought it was closer. There may be another building or something that was just a little bit past there, but this was a permanent structure. There was, obviously, it's a foundation. That's Christ, no brainer. Anybody could pick that out. But this was, and it was more than just one story. It was maybe even a lookout or something similar to that. So. I don't know, but back at the first spot where I stopped, there was lookouts there, and they were still watching. They didn't want us to come in, guarding something. It was a prize. It was worth something.
Do they know where it is?
What?
Do they know where it is? Whatever
The
they're
people
guarding?
that stopped us, yes, they knew where it was. They knew what was here, was not supposed to be here. You weren't supposed to be here. You weren't supposed to come here. They were hiding something. They were protecting something. It was their own. It was theirs. It was monetary. It was something that they felt they needed to have. They're kids. There's not children, but they're kids. Adolescents, maybe. But whoever lived here, stayed here, owned this, if you will, didn't want it here. It was opposition, if you will. This wasn't supposed to be here. This isn't a hunting camp, you know what I mean? This is something that shouldn't be here, and the people that were here took this. They weren't supposed to be here.
Okay.
That's kind of how I see it. That's kind of how I feel, so. I don't know, man. You feel anything? Huh? Anything
really.
weird? Nothing? Just some old rocks hanging around here, huh?
Well,
Some
no,
old cans.
I understand what you're saying
Right? Some old
completely.
cans. This stuff has happened over the last 20 years, you know, but fucking 1800 or something, there was, and I'm just guessing, there was a structure here, whether it was a halfway house, if you will, or if it was a spot where people were in and out, and not all of them were here because they wanted to be here. That's the way I see this. It's just there is anxiety here. It was like led to believe they were safe. They weren't safe. There's noises. None of it makes any sense.
Can you describe it?
Is it like chatter?
It's more chatter than anything else. But it's another language. It's not clear. It's not all English. It could be some French dialect here. I hear bits and pieces of. I'm relatively fluent in French. Not great, but Curious, I'm starting to stumble in French now. I'm hearing voices, different dialect, different commands, different tones. Tones is probably the word I'm looking for.
What do you mean by commands?
There are people that talk in different language. In other words, so whatever, if your dad's giving you shit about pick your shoes up, right?
Yeah.
I mean, versus it's time for supper. There's different tones.
So you're saying they sound angry? They sound
There are times that
assertive?
they're assertive. Maybe that's the right word. There are people that are, there's voices, and some of it is English and some of it is French, and some of it is a dialect I don't understand.
So of the English, can you hear anything that you can pick out for words?
No, it's silent.
So if I could break in and just say, if there's a spirit here that wants to communicate with us right now, we're here to kind of unwrap some stuff about the story of this place, and this gentleman Mike is here to help us do that. So if there's one of you that can step forward and talk to him, that would be great, so he can understand you, because right now he hears everybody.
There's a bathroom. That way. Isn't that weird? How that comes through, but like there's no water. They're very dirty people that lived here. To the point where infections were prevalent. There are hurt people. There are people that they're not English. Not English.
Ray, can you zoom in on his neck right now, because we're noticing a mark appearing on his skin?
I'm going to choke again in a minute because I'm feeling tighter and tighter. I have pressure on my right eye like insane right now.
Does it feel like someone's pushing into your eye or something?
No, on the back of my neck, side of my neck. And it's putting pressure on my eye.
Can you describe how the rest of your body's feeling right now?
Tingling a little bit, but I'm experienced this before. And I'm having a bunch of mumbo jumbo going on. I'm really having trouble deciphering. That road was not here. That was maybe a path. This was open. This was a point that where they could see in all directions. There's a carriage. There is something horse-driven, maybe, for lack of a better phrase. There's nothing motorized here. This is the dysentery that happened from this bathroom, if you will, for lack of a better phrase, because of lack of drinking water. There's white and black and Indian people here. There is not just white people here. No. I gotta take a break. Please. A lot of weird. It's a mix. It's not one. It's not like a thing. It's a group. It's different toxicities. There's struggle. There's the wind is wrong. The wind is promoting something angry. I don't know. I know it's just wind, right? It's always windy. It's Maine, right?
Don't be like that. We're all here to accept
No.
you.
I hear you. I hear you.
Calm yourself.
Yeah.
I hear you. I hear you. There was death. There was sickness. There's also.
Are we recording this?
Yes.
Yeah.
There's a significant amount of animals that died. There's a significant amount of animals that died here. That's the other problem. Is it's not just what could have possibly been with some humans. There's a significant amount of animal death. There was, I don't want to call it a slaughterhouse, but there's a spot where animals died here. And, you know, it obviously wouldn't be a slaughterhouse, but whether it was people living or what have you, there is nature that is calling here too. It's not just human. It's not one presence. That's the problem that I'm stumbling on here. There's this mix of mishmash that's kind of turning me inside out. I'm not going to lie. I'm really struggling trying to decipher something that's clear. And there's chatter. It's weird chatter. I don't even understand some of it. Back on that corner where I stopped the first time, there was definitely, I don't want to call it a sentry post, but there was something there that there was a boundary, if you will. It was something that shouldn't be crossed. You know, it was a line drawn in the sand. It was back up around that corner up there. It was just a little bit away. Again, I'd have to go back to it, but
There's a tree with an opening in the trunk that he referenced when he saw that, and it looks like a four-wheeling path, and it's probably about 10 feet from that sign from the Maine Forest Association or whatever that sign was. He stopped like dead and had an issue with that spot.
it's confusing with, for lack of a better word, it's confusing with all the ground cover now to really get the picture of what's in my mind, because it doesn't look the same as I get flashes. So
What does it look like that you see?
it's open. There's much more open here, and this was, this was some sort of base. I get it, but there was visibility in all directions. It wasn't just hidden in this little corner of the woods. Whether it was paths or, and that road is wrong. I don't know what that is. I don't know. I don't get that, but and maybe that one has more significance than that one, but I don't know. The ground cover is weird.
He keeps talking about how it's overgrown from what he's seeing in his mind's eye, so that what once was used, and it obviously isn't anymore, but there was life happening in that space. So do you want to proceed with just the four of us?
Whatever you want to do. Whatever you want to do. If you want to set up,
Is there
I mean,
anything else that, is there anything drawing you further?
there's something different about that road versus this road, and I don't know what it is. And
Do you want us to go ahead, the four of us, and you guys conduct some EVPs here? Because that's where most of the reports he's had so far about...
there's something over the hill. Right.
I've got my phone.
There's something over, just over, and I don't know what that is, and I keep getting drawn to some sort of dysentery that was over there, and it's hard to explain. There was sickness that happened here too, but it's also confusing because there was livestock, for lack of a better word, that was processed and or killed regularly in this area. So, I mean, that could be just friggin' hunting, you know what I mean? It's just like sometimes I had a friend of mine in a house in Vassaboro, and I can remember it was like Christ, the kitchen was just ridiculous. And, you know, and I said to her, I was like, man, there's so much death here. And she said, yeah, we used to friggin' slaughter, we used to butcher deer here all the time, you know. And so, like, I don't have a difference. I can't tell the difference. I could just tell that there's something that happened on a regular basis in that area. So, oh, it's an escape route. People got away this way. People were held here against their will. People got away this way. This fell apart. Whatever was here fell apart. People got away this way. But they didn't get away. They get punished. Come on, dude. Come on, dude. Come on, dude.
Are you feeling pulled?
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm feeling like it's lightening up. I want to go. I want to get here. There's something down here in this opening. There's some feel of relief of. Like, I want to run. I mean, I'm like, want to take off and go. And I feel lighter and lighter and lighter as I get away.
Get away from that open.
Yeah, like there's hope, there's like something that is, there's a light at the end of the tunnel, if you will, for lack of a better phrase. There's something here that's, and it's a long ways though. This road keeps going. We're not going to find anything right here. I don't see that happening. We'll go up around the bend and we can come back. So walking further and further away from whatever was pulling that way is less and less. We're just like walking in the woods right now.
So do you feel less pulled right now?
Oh yeah,
than we were
absolutely.
earlier?
Oh yeah, absolutely. This is like this is where you need to be. This is nothing. Just walk along and see whatever comes to pass.
Are you hearing anything?
No, there's no chatter. There's nothing, but there's something coming up that either is very enlightening or very ugly. I think there's a false sense of hope through this stretch that leads us into. But this road doesn't feel as secure as that path, and I don't think this path was ever here. I think this was straight, just woods. You know, not saying that this road was here either by any means, but just feel like this was the direct point to get away from whatever was going on there. But it wasn't really safe. That's the other weird thing. It's safer than what it was there.
But not as safe as like a complete safe zone.
Right. I mean, like, there was actual danger and or consequences for being there. Here was not the same consequences. Whether or not there's any more structures hidden back this way, I don't know. But this feels like this is like the boundary of what control there was here. And there was some control. That's the thing. There was some control in this area. I don't know what it was. I don't know. We're going to lose our sight very soon, which changes everything for everybody. And it's going to spook some of you to the point where you're going to lose your senses. That's where you need to trust the one sense that'll get you through. And it's not your hearing and it's not your sight. You have to be able to see differently. There's a team of horses around the corner. Ooh. Can you hear them? They're noisy. Dead serious. Don't rely on your sight. Don't rely on your hearing when it comes to this. It's going to change very soon.
Are you saying that as someone who's in the woods a lot, or are you relying on your sixth sense to give us advice?
Maybe a little bit of both. Maybe that's why I've always been super comfortable after dark in the woods. Sixth sense is not just an aberration. It actually is something that you have. It's whether or not you can pull it and guide yourself with it. Well, speak into it. You're here. Speak into it.
So, looks like Mike's putting out some energies. Let's tap pull away from him. Who's here with us today? We are in the middle of nowhere. No electricity. K2 meters spiking out.
None of this does us any good. Speak to us clearly. Yeah, Mike. There's definite words. I don't know what it was. What? What would you like to talk about? Now you have my attention.
Can you tell us how many people are here?
One, two,
Three?
three.
5?
You need to identify. Can you tell me your name so we can talk?
Pete?
Pete?
I heard Pete twice.
Pete? Pete, who are you? Why are you here, Pete?
Can you say that again?
these lights light up a little more than what they are? Go to the box with the lights.
Come sit down here. Can you make that light go to red? You're trying, thank you. Can you make that light go all the way to red so we know you're here with us?
Good job. Keep going.
Yes.
Keep going.
You can touch it if you want. Can you go to red? Oh,
Does somebody not want you to touch it? Yes? Who is that?
keep trying. Keep trying.
You can use my energy if you need to.
Good job. Thank you.
Now tell me.
That last one. Can you make that red? You're trying so hard. You can use my energy. Don't be afraid. We won't hurt you.
Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay? Help? Help? You want help with what? Help? Help? You want help with what?
How can we help you?
What? What do you need help with? That way, you know what I mean? I wonder if that's what's back by that tree. There's something what's back by that tree. There's something very significant back by the tree, you know. Said Mike again? I missed it, I'm sorry, I was talking. Would you like to talk to me? No, thank you. No, thank you. You heard it? No, thank you.
Are you forced to live here against your will?
Master's favorite, Mary. And no more.
Were you feeling something when you were spinning the stick?
Yeah, I guess I didn't know I was spinning the stick.
Oh,
That
thing's going crazy.
You were
I
accelerating.
actually basically had him turn the camera on.
What about Mary? Blood poisoning? Winter? Not dysentery, right? Infection. Childbirth.
Because she was raped.
Because she was the house slave. She was young.
Tell your story to him, Mary. We want to hear it. Did you die in the winter?
Did you work for Boyd or did you work for Orne?
Interesting wind pickup.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Let's go.
Do you have something to say? You're not in a place of control anymore. You can speak your mind.
Want to try spirit box over here?
Okay.
Word white came across there.
Does Mary want to come through?
Probably so much interference there. Out here in the
Here they come.
Do you hear a dog leash?
You two come stand here. You two come stand here. Here they come.
Who's coming?
Feel them? Here they come.
Yep. Has anyone else got goosebumps?
Yeah.
They're coming. Turn the box, make sure the box is on.
Alright, what is that?
Dog leash?
You two come stand here. You two come stand here. Here they come.
Who? Who's coming?
Feel them? Here they come.
Yep. Has anyone else got goosebumps?
Yeah.
They're coming. Turn the box, make sure the box is on.
Anyone make a noise that could have been
A dog chain?
a dog chain?
I heard it out of my.
Nope.
Nope.
To what?
Two dog tags hidden together. Not like a, not like
on a
the
dog.
on the
And
dog,
when
but
he
like
said
the
that, I honestly
plank.
felt like there was a dog.
Are we?
It was right here.
Are we all in agreement that these just came?
Oh, they did. They did. They were coming. They were coming.
The temperature really dropped too. My face is colder than mine.
I'm always cold, so I
It's almost like they were passing through here.
Yep.
I just got a chill through my jacket.
Oh, they came right straight through.
My head feels foggy.
Wow.
But I don't know if that's just weird or not.
Do you have any idea who they were? How did you know they were coming?
Oh, I could feel them. I could feel them walking up through.
You want to try live playback, Charles? Can we just sit quietly and have a EVP and then do a live playback?
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. So why don't we do EVP without the spirit
Yeah.
box?
8:30 out on the trail. Mike and the group, we just felt a presence go through the group. Wondering if anyone's here with us right now. We're gonna sit quietly. Can you tell us how many people are standing here? Can you tell us how many people are standing here? Mary, if you're here around us, can you talk to us? We're interested in hearing your story.
So to me, that felt like a horse and buggy almost coming right through the speed that it came through.
Oh,
Yeah.
very strange.
This whole time felt the grip. We've heard it, but I haven't felt any.
And who'd say like that jingle that we thought was a dog leash or dog chain could have been horses too?
The harness on the horse.
No, that was weird because we all heard it clearly.
Yeah.
You guys don't have anything that would rattle, right? Like that?
No, my key.
Chain. But it didn't sound like
It's
chain.
behind you too.
One key.
I didn't hear it.
It was right here.
Get there.
Yeah.
I heard it. I heard it.
Yeah,
Right here.
I heard like it was coming out.
I heard it basically like it was right at the corner there.
I thought it was close than that. Yeah, I thought it was.
I thought it was right behind
right
you.
here. We're looking for the Orne farm. Can you help us?
A place maybe we can rest?
I'm hearing yelling that way. Feels like people.
No.
We'll work for food.
Did you hear the voices?
No, I heard stuff over there.
Can you tell what they're saying?
No.
Are they talking amongst themselves
Yes.
like we're not here?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Does
So they
it,
don't see us?
No, I don't think so. I honestly don't think so.
does it sound
Maybe
like
they
they're
do see us. They don't want us to.
And that could very well be.
does it sound like they're working?
No. No, it was a direct conversation. It was right there. It was right over there.
That's where your tree is.
By that break in the trees.
Yeah. It was right over there.
Is that us? That
Could
must
be.
us.
Yeah.
That sounded like you say yeah or something.
I'm going to return to the group. This is your last
You have a pretty
chance.
deep voice, so let's travel.
But the other one sounded like a woman's voice.
I'd like to thank all of you for interacting with us and remind you that we asked you to stay here. We're not inviting you home. You're not to leave with us. You are to stay. If you want a way out, you need to talk to us. But you cannot follow us. It's not allowed.
Yeah.